Hi there, it's a goat. Man, we really like fire. Like a lot. Our relationship with fire as a medium is unhealthy. Maybe bordering on pathologic. Also, Ricky cements his reign as the king of baffling people with bullshit. Here we go.
So, here we are again. In the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful world of the Magistratum Mundanus. Haven't played in a little bit, mainly because of real-life things going on. So last we played, there was a fairly interesting development. Given a few days off for, well, being... Let's just be honest, you guys have managed to stay one bare step ahead of all the chaos and madness. You guys have managed to escape blame for all the bad things you've done. And for some reason, you're all still alive. So you were given a few days off. And I guess that's the system's way of acknowledging your magical ability to make crime go away. So you were fully rewarded with several days of free time to use as you please. Knowing the Imperium of Man as you each do, free time is a rare gift and certainly a treasure in its own right. However, you did receive a message that changed everything. A friendly voice, if awkward, from within the Administratum reached out and gave a bit of information. The people hunting your psyker were indeed on the planet, under the protection and aid of a twisted arbitrator and a group of hired guns. You put them all low and in the ground. Off the books, you gentlemen hopped up on your squad mates' would-be killers and, well, you regulated all of them to the past tense. However, in this seemingly personal takedown, you again found evidence that not all was what it seemed. As you stand over the bodies of those you slain, you realize two things. One, it looks like your days off weren't going to be so boring after all. And two, you're pretty sure you just killed an Adeptus Arbites.
Today we need Uriah to find the paperwork on why that's okay, and he's not here.
All right, yeah, we'll have to explain. Let's as a party come to a consensus for storytelling. Let's say that Uriah and the sergeant went to go get reinforcements because you're obviously on the trail of something that you feel you need to call in. And, you know, the sergeant is going to make sure they listen to Uriah because they'll not listen to Uriah.
He tends to go on.
Right. I think that would be kind of a natural reason for them not to be here this week. They're going to summon reinforcements. They're going to go get the boys to help come crack this down. All right. Does anyone have any other takes on what if or whatever or why they are gone? Because I'll just note that down in my DM notes.
No, outside of me realizing that I've been being watched. That's kind of where I left off. Because now I have, a note that I was able to use the psychic ability on?
Yeah, and you felt like someone was watching.
The psyker offered to help them get back to base quicker, and he accidentally exploded them.
Sending it home
happens.
To the Emperor, of course.
You're helping people so much, Diggs. You're the best psyker there is.
All I know is I did what I was told. So in Quinn's head, he thinks day's good. Let's go get a drink, you know.
All right. So you're standing in the dingy remains of the apartment, and you find naturally this kill team had pretty much occupied 2 of the apartments. They'd had some call girls and some other civilians in the area that have since evacuated naturally because they know when to leave when a gunfight starts. They know when to make the problems go away. Now, naturally, you guys weren't much for taking prisoners because 1, you're not wearing uniforms, 2, you don't have your handcuffs, and 3, you don't have your police vehicle, and 4, you're not in contact with headquarters. That being,
we work for a pizza company, totally different thing.
Yeah. I was going to say 5. You did kind of pose as your way in, so there's not going to be much chance of a lawful arrest or authority at this point.
They wanted the special.
They want, yeah. You're like, give me a Sicilian. What they mean is like Sicilian mob style, you know. Just.
I asked them how spicy they wanted it.
Just imagine the Sicilian special pizza being like a double-barrel sawed-off shotgun in the pizza box, you know? So you're like...
You open it, it's like...
Yeah, wow! And you're like, keep the sausage! All right. So would either of you gentlemen care to investigate, now that the mayhem is fully over, either the chief of this merry gang of gunmen or the surrounding area?
Considering Ricky doesn't really have a dog in this race, probably not him, but he will follow and assist however you guys need, assuming that wherever you guys are going has plenty of dope and food.
Well, first off, I'll be like, hey, let's get those bodies out of the street view.
Okay.
Bring the armories inside. I'm pretty sure the deputy claimed dibs on whatever
weapons and equipment
that was left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any blood or anything that's laying outside, I just sprinkle trash on top of it. I just put like, boxes and trash bags over top of it.
Wait,
look.
I drank coffee and it went in the wrong hole. And then I've been like quietly trying to not cough for the past 10 minutes. I apologize. So you're covering the bodies outside. You're just like moving detritus over them.
Oh, no, they're moving the bodies inside. I'm just covering up all the gore and explosion dust and everything else outside that looks bad.
So, okay, I get what you're saying. So you want to try to disguise what happened here. So if someone's walking down the street, they don't go, wow, that looks like a fucking murder.
Well, considering the neighborhood we're in, they're probably going to immediately assume that someone was murdered here, but I don't want them to think it was recent.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, is this neighborhood pretty bad, right?
Yeah, this is pretty
any
rough.
cop response is expected from what? Because there was a lot of guns going on.
Yeah, but this is also a part of the city where you know what? Let's go ahead and make some knowledge checks.
Oh man, that's not my strong suit.
Yeah, and you can't divine the answer.
I'm not trying. I'm just. What do I even roll for that?
You know what? Yeah, roll Underworld. We'll apply that.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. 2 degrees of failure. You go ahead and roll it, Quinn.
Blissfully unaware.
Actually, since Ricky, you said you're helping him, how about you roll with a plus 20 modifier, Diggs?
Okay.
Whoa, massive, amazing.
It's okay.
You guys don't exactly recall.
I don't really call the cops.
No, you guys between you get the rough feeling that this is a part of town where maybe police response is an occasional thing.
Griglak will intimidate them into getting ready.
So Griglak reroll. Okay, so you guys are gonna do a little bit of searching. What's Griglak gonna do?
Griglak also search.
All right. So let's do searches at a plus 30 because we have 2 people helping. Mr. Diggs, what are you looking for? What do you want to examine?
Okay. I would be looking for. I thought I did kind of a sweep, but I'm looking for anything that has any kind of communication device or notes left, letters, anything that give any of this information off who we're dealing with.
All right. Use.
I also want to search the body of anyone we haven't turned into mush.
Use scrutiny. Let's use scrutiny for that first roll.
I'm pretty good with scrutiny.
Yeah, scrutiny. You're going to scrutinize the remains.
Ooh, 4. 9 degrees of success.
Fuck.
Listen, I know how to check bodies. I've done this my whole life. When you have small hands, your dad tells you to do it because you get the places you can't reach.
Oh my god! So it's like a mafia family, but it's a whole. I like the idea of Diggs. We should definitely
work on your dad's car with them. It's like your hands can reach behind the brakes.
Well, no, what you need is we need to write like a background choice for this campaign. That's like background Chrome and Oven. And it's like from your world of criminals, like because Diggs has envisioned this world of criminals because we did random rolls to determine where he'd be from. And so we envision this whole city as basically the Godfather. So like everyone has all these family things and so on, and they're all competing in these criminal enterprises, but all feigning politeness and kindness and goodness in public.
Being a basic mobster is being a citizen. If you're not at least that, you're not welcome. But everything is high and fancy.
Right.
We keep it fancy.
Right. So it's like we don't have trouble.
Even if it's just a show.
Exactly. And so I think that's a cool idea for a planet. But so yeah, you're very, very practiced at stripping bodies, and Ricky's really good at finding hidden things, and Griglak picks things up and smells them individually, of course, to detect to detect foul spirits. I mean,
of course,
if you can't smell the foul spirits, they can't hurt you. And Griglak is being honorable to those spirits that have died.
I can, I'll see if I can find anything, using my awareness. I want to look around and see if I'm aware of anything that would catch Ricky's eye.
Okay, well, let me get to Diggs's catastrophic success on the search, and then we'll get to Ricky's general room awareness, for things that might be interesting to Ricky.
Him happy.
Yeah, all right. As you search the Arvites, you get a very sickening feeling, because while one, he is very fucking dead. Two, you pick up the badge off the uniform, you pop it out of its little retaining thing, you look at it, and from its weight alone, this is real. This is really real. This guy's armor and everything is serialized and matched, but as you turn the badge over, you notice an engraving on the back. And you notice that this guy's not stationed here. This guy's from your homeworld.
Starting to make sense.
It's all coming together.
Is there any level of communication guy on this guy? Like a vox bead, an ear bead, anything?
Nothing. That is the next thing you notice. He has no communications equipment. He has removed everything else that would say where he was from, but his badge, because his badge brings him authority. He's sanitized his equipment. You do find in his personal equipment a bolt pistol.
Ooh. I wonder who would enjoy that.
Probably the creator.
Is it data coded?
It is not. It is, let me see. Bolt pistol. You find his badge, Chromanovan.
God damn it. A bolt pistol in my area.
Yeah. He has his shield and shot maul, and he has his Arbites pattern armor. So as you find and recover all that equipment, and you pull his boots off, a small little letter slides out. It's been folded and neatly put beneath the sole, but either by your preternatural luck or insight, you just shake the boot and it drops right between your fingers and you fold it open.
I go ahead and read it, unless it's a language I don't know.
There is a small note that is written in the same scrawling hand you've seen before. And it says, I allowed you passage here. Safeguard the warehouse at all costs and complete your business swiftly. The rest is smudged. However, as the bottom half of the letter folds down, dexterity check.
Oh no. Dexterity.
Agility in this case.
Agility. I'm going to say, I don't know what that is. All right. I have a trained dodge. Can I use dodge?
Sure.
Oh, wow. I passed.
As the letter flips open, a little flap in the letter pops free, and into your hand drops a silver key and an address imprinted on the back of it. It's for a warehouse not far from here.
I got our next stop. Why did those two have to run off when I found this?
You do know...
Ricky, I think we can handle it.
Yeah, all right. What are we doing?
All right.
That's what he does.
In addition to the bolt pistol, you're unfamiliar with its function right now. You've seen them before. You know they can do good shit. You find a couple of magazines. You have an idea that once you get back to the armory, they can check it for you and make sure it's ready and put it into service.
All right, I'll just bag it for now.
Yeah,
pretty much anything of value or a different note.
All the bounty hunters that you killed had cut down rifles, shotguns, and pistols, but none of it was remarkable. As far as the stuff you kicked around, none of you said this is worth anything. These are disposable weapons for a hit team. You realize that. These guys were going to use those guns until they ran dry and then throw them in the sewer and run off. They were not designed for a long life. So even though you're like, oh, cool guns, everything else you picked up was just crap.
I wasn't interested in the guns anyways. But the bolt pistol is worth, maybe there might be a number on it or something. Was there any serialized on it?
No, it's been scraped clean. However,
thank God.
You feel
say if they could hide that.
you're like, no, it's not me. It's some cop who's blowing people's heads off.
Right.
It just happens.
Makes sense to me.
All right, so that's what you find, Mr. Ricky. We're gonna roll a scrutiny for Mr. Ricky, and we're gonna search around, and we're gonna see what Mr. Ricky finds.
Scrutiny or awareness?
Let's do awareness, because you're not looking. Yeah, you're looking more general.
I'm just looking around. I'm not looking specific.
You're not searching right. So
I'm searching right.
Yeah,
all right,
just looking around, see what he sees.
So you rolled pretty good. As you look around, you start realizing that this apartment has not been lived in recently. You start to see kind of like the dust motes and stuff floating in the air, like they've just been recently re-alivened by the flow of central air conditioning after a 10-20 year vacancy. It's got that musty building smell of something recently reawakened. Parts of the room are damp, parts of the room are dry. The floorboards creak with dry rot. However, as you walk over a floorboard, you hear a creak that sounds very different.
And he just goes, "Hey guys, I found the dope," and he's pulling at the floorboards.
All right, you pry a floorboard loose with the strength of 1,000 meth heads, and you see. You just
Your teeth are just falling out as you do it.
Yeah, you see underneath the floorboards, half kind of buried in some dirt, is what looks like a steamer trunk.
I'm like, "All right, boys, looks like we got the good shit. Look at this. It's a magical treasure chest. I found one underneath the floorboards."
Can I science it to make sure it's a magic man?
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Magic man, open this magical treasure chest.
It might be magic.
Like so much dope in there.
Griglack, what are you doing? What are you doing when this guy starts tearing up the floor and finding a magical treasure chest?
By the way, I don't know if it's magic or not, but
Griglack watch for trouble.
I don't know if it's magic. I'm just saying. That's what he just assumes.
Diggs, you get
I think there might be a mimic.
Diggs, you get the distinct impression. You get the distinct impression that in fact it may be magical, but you're not sure.
There is something strange about this box. You should open it, Ricky.
Don't have to ask me twice. How do I? Let's see. He looks around.
You get the sudden sense, though, Diggs, that something bad happened.
Yeah, we killed a lot of people. What? Something else bad happened?
Yeah, even specific, like from the chest.
There's a lot of bad in this building right now.
You have to understand the DM in this system, when you fail those checks, is supposed to be very, very vague.
All right, open it, but let's hurry.
You have to get it out from under the floorboards. You've only seen it.
Yeah,
I'm not strong. Griglack, you got some muscle, right?
Griglack pull.
All right, Griglack, roll me strength. Let's see what you got. Wow, 2 degrees of success. Okay, so Griglack
throws it through the ceiling.
Yeah, Griglack just like pulls the boards up. You don't even hear the nails squeak. It's just like it's like Minecraft. It's like Minecraft creative mode. Just that fucking popping noise as he's going. And you almost hear Sims music. So you see the steamer trunk. It's been kind of buried a little bit in the dirt. It's been there for a while. It seems to have a mechanical lock, and it has chains wrapped around it with another padlock.
Oh.
The lock looks rusted.
Shoot it off.
Yeah, Ricky's just going to stand over. He's like, "All right, boys, stand back. I got this one." And I'm going to pull out my 6-shooter.
Okay. Just go ahead and make a ballistic skill check.
So before he does it, he just kind of looks at it. Yeah, I should probably stand back. And then he just kind of like eyes it up. Let's see, ballistic skill check.
You're aiming, so I'll give you a plus 20. And Diggs, if you want to DJ us some music, that'll be fine.
I got some ominous music going.
Yeah, I did get a ballistic pass, so he's just back there. He looks at it really close and he goes, No, hold on, I gotta get back. So he gets as far back into the room as he can, stands really far away from it, and then goes, "Yeah, that'll do it. And he looks over and goes, "I've done this before. Usually what happens when I shoot these, the lock will come off and you'll get all kinds of shrapnels and all kinds of like glass stuff just like hit your eyes. So don't look at it." And Ricky goes to shoot it.
All right. The hammer falls. There's a spark. The old chain snaps and breaks right at the padlock, and it also punctures the top of the steamer trunk. Just a little bit where the bullets scored.
As your blow up doll saluted, please.
Yeah.
Out of that hole drifts a white powder.
Shit, it was dope.
Yeah, that's what Ricky assumes, and he goes over to it. He's like, "Now you all know I fucking saw it first, right?"
You called it.
Yeah. While Griglack and Diggs' character just standing way back away from the chest, I go up to it
I'm
All
staying
right.
back, yeah.
All right, yeah. So you're going
Unless
to the.
Greg like wants to join.
Well, I'm
me,
being
my
powerless
character
for
goes
not
there.
working times.
All right, so you're gonna go up to the chest. Yeah, there's a little bit of white powder that drifted out, and
And so Ricky's opened stuff like this before. He's got his gun pointed at it as he pulls open the lid because he's had rats come out.
Well, it still has one main lock on it, and there is the white powder that had drifted out, but you hear nothing inside. Nothing is moving in there.
Doesn't stop. It's not. I mean, he's open.
Like to summon some insects from the box. I want 3 flies in 5 minutes.
Ricky's like, have you guys ever seen any doped out rats? You can't even shoot them; they won't die.
Give me a perception check, because I'm also imagining coked out rats, like some criminal lab on his home planet. Like gets caught by the cops, so they like flush the tanks of dope and it all goes into the sewers. So like the rats are eating all this cocaine, and then you have like the attack of the cocaine rats.
I'm scared of the cocaine rats.
They would be very fast. So you don't directly hear anything move. You don't sense anything. You could probably get Griglak to come smell it if you wanted. Or you could just shoot the fucking lock open.
Yeah, I thought I did.
No, you shot the padlock on top because it had chains wrapped around it.
Oh, it had chains right. I didn't hear that part. Well, then, yeah, he's going to go back to the side of the room and shoot it. He's not fucking around.
All right.
He's like, this is how you get Scraven. All right. Yeah.
I need to learn Ultra Low Gothic.
So you can understand Ricky. Like when Ricky talks, you hear it
Underground Gothic.
Yeah, when Ricky talks, you hear his low Gothic is like a gentlemanly discourse, like, by zounds, sir, we shall go across to the nearest tap room and avail ourselves of the finest porter.
But then you hear him speak.
All right, go ahead and make that shot.
All right.
He's doing it again.
Doing another shot. Just aiming at it.
I pull up a chair and sit down.
All right. You put a round clearly right through it, and you hear something clatter around inside when you do so. More white powder drifts out of the front.
Fucking coked out Scraven. Get ready.
Pull out my force sword.
Yeah.
You know, there is a lightsaber in the Lathes book. The Mechanicus have a lightsaber digs, but it's like as loud as a weed whacker because it has
like a power field.
It's because it's a plasma torch, so it's like a giant thing of plasma, so it roars like a jet engine when you're using it. So you have like this lightsaber, and you're like, haha, and you turn it on, and it's so bright you can't look at it, and it's like really hot.
Like nearly deafens you.
Yeah, it's like
you need those modified ears I could just shut off.
But no, I mean, it is a lightsaber. The problem is it also has a cord that goes to a power pack. So you're like, it's pretty ungainly, but it's really powerful as a tool. All right. So
when I hear the stuff moving, I do actually pull out my force sword.
All right.
Just in case. I don't truly believe there's coked out rats, but now I've seen weirder shit.
All right. So you're going to try to open the case. As you open the case, you find the powdered, mummified, and now shot to shit remains of someone that had been tied and placed under the floorboards, seemingly alive.
And then
he was alive?
Really dejected.
He was alive when he was placed under the floorboards.
Oh, I get you. I thought it was like, did we just shoot somebody?
No,
I figured they'd scream after the first shot.
No, so this is like an old mob burial. However, there is a dagger that has been placed through his eye that is still there.
Is there any mythology to it? Like, does it seem like a sacrifice type thing, or does it seem like a kill, or does it seem like a mess? Like, is there any kind of? Am I gleaming anything from the placement of the dagger or the intent?
Sign of science.
I have to roll for. Okay.
Besides the fact that somebody stabbed him in the eye.
I mean, because sometimes daggers are very specific to kill somebody with. It's usually more passionate or reason than, I just shot him. But we'll give it a shot. See how science works.
Shooting is so casual.
Right on the money. 60 is 60.
All right. As you touch the dagger, you feel that this was a punishment killing. You feel that someone did someone wrong, and that this was a personal statement. To be stabbed through the eye, but not dead, and then buried and in pain, and entombed under a floorboard in an abandoned motel.
That's sad.
However, you also find a wallet.
Hey!
Yeah, Ricky just looks at the daggers like, well, you can have that butler knife. I'm gonna have this fucking wallet down here, and he reaches into the wallet.
Oh, no problem.
Trying to find any.
You know, this powder still might be good if you want to try it.
He's like, it's probably drywall, and he opens it up.
Inside the wallet, you find the ID of the man, having long since faded and been ruined by the decay of the corpse. However, you also find some old money from a long-off world. Very strange, heavy coins.
There's just nothing in here but, like, arcade tokens and, like, some words on a piece of paper that this guy wrote down a long time ago. He hands it over to Diggs' character.
I'll take the paper. Do I recognize the coins from anywhere I've been?
No.
I mean, I've been around a lot. I don't recognize.
It's you don't, but the writing on it is in High Gothic.
Okay, what does it say?
The coin looks like it was minted at least 2 sectors away. It is from a long-off world. Nothing remarkable. However, the coins are worth a significant amount of money.
I don't think I would know
that.
I was say, like, I don't even think I would know that if I didn't know where they were minted or why.
Well,
he just assumes they're just like.
But it's money to me, so I'll pocket the coins. But then I kind of check the letter or the message or note.
All right. So the note that you had found the note that Mike had found, that's the guy's ID. It's completely fucked.
What's it say?
It says nothing. The guy's ID is
right.
wrecked.
Word paper. I don't know. He just looks over. He's like, yeah, nothing in here but a bunch of drywall, some bones, a butler knife, and some guy's like money holder thing.
The knife is really nice, though. You feel that it would easily cut cheese and/or flesh, and obviously it was used to, complicate.
I value history on items. This weapon had at least killed a man, so shink.
Yeah, you've got murder knife. That's what I'm labeling it as.
Murder knife and strange coins.
The arcade token,
which I will probably have to ask someone about.
You might have to go find someone who knows a lot about really weird things. Perhaps even such strange things as ficus.
Right. I gotta call that guy. That's why I was looking for a phone. I have to get a hold of that guy. I'm sure he'll get a hold of me. I'm sure he knows what happened. I just checked my person. Do I have any, like, hidden bugs?
That would be an interesting check.
Just because I feel like it was really my guy is a bit slow.
Okay. I mean, you could do that. Are you gonna tell the rest of the party what you're doing, or are you just gonna start feeling yourself up?
No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to freak anyone out. But actually, Araya isn't here, so I don't think he'd really.
Yeah, but you don't want to. You don't want to like freak people out because when a psyker starts just going,
Yeah. So I'm just gonna pat myself down really quick. Hair, ears, pockets. I know what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my outfit. I should know. So does anything feel out of place?
You find in one of your pockets a folded piece of cardboard.
How dare. Cardboard is below me. Is it folded? Can I unfold it?
Yes.
How small a piece of cardboard? That would feel like a pretty big bump. I know when I have cardboard in my pocket.
It's about the size of a fingernail.
What am I missing?
As you unfold it, though, you see something written on it. It says,
"Man,
hello."
It just says hello?
Correct.
Do I get the feeling? Do I hear it in Grove's voice when I read it?
Sign of science.
Oh my god. Nope, don't know anything.
You are left confused, but something's off about it.
Griglac, does this smell like anyone we know?
Yeah, you know what, Griglac, roll on your enhanced smell. Oh my god, I can't believe that this might actually work. Griglac's like a bloodhound.
I have heightened hearing.
Yeah. Oh, heightened hearing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had smell.
Does it sound interesting?
No.
I rustle it.
However, we could use Griglac's perception to try, because he is like a tracker.
Oh.
Yeah, Griglac smell it, and he said it smelled funny.
Smells like cardboard.
How do you know what cardboard smells like?
They have cats on their planet.
Oh, yeah. They gotta have boxes.
Right. Some things are universal. So you have the warehouse key. You've found a skeleton and a wallet and some arcade tokens and a murder knife. You found a bunch of disposable weapons, and you've packaged up all the Arbites thing, leaving a disgusting mauled corpse that is in no way marked or any different than any of the other mauled corpses you've left. The question is, where next?
Well, first of all, due diligence. We're going to pile the bodies and burn this place down.
Oh, okay.
And then as that's burning, that's when we do the cool walk away from the burning building scene. And then continue to... I don't know where we're supposed to go when we're not working. I usually just go back to the barracks to see if the frog's okay.
Well, you do have that warehouse key.
I do have the warehouse key. I'm just scared that we're missing at least one important combat member. Uriah, other guy, pretty powerful. But, I mean, do we even have a way to drive? None of us have drive without those two.
No, you guys are going to have to, like, either get on a sad public bus or you're going to have to... You're going to have to hoof it there, but it's not too terribly far away. And it is like 2 or 3 in the morning. So if there was a perfect time to recon, sneak team, and strike, now would be the time. However, first things first, due diligence. How are you going to burn down this prefab building?
What's it prefabbed with? Anything burnable?
You know what?
Ricky, do you know how to burn a building down?
Not on purpose.
What about on accident?
Oh, I could do it on accident. And he looks over at that stove and he's like, I've shot one of those before and I saw a house go up, took off like nearly a whole block, I think.
I just got the imagination of like Ricky where you're just sitting there going, you know, he's like, can you blow this house up? And he's like, no problem. And he goes down to like the local hardware store and he gets those like male to female plugs and then gets a male to male adapter and just plugs it in.
No, he immediately gets an idea in his head. He's like, wait, we could get some. They're like these things that they made back in the homeworld. They're like they're like you put them in a fryer and they're like made out of like this weird vegetable thing. And I don't know. My mom made them at once, or I think she was my mom, but this lady made them and they're like golden and you put them in and they go and they can cook a bunch of them. You can fry them up.
Are you hungry?
Like, yes. What if we put those in? Because that caught fire and it took out like an entire apartment block. What if we put those in and we just like leave?
So you're suggesting to the party your course of idea.
Do I see a fryer anywhere?
No, you're suggesting to go get a fryer and like nuggets and then set up this Rube Goldberg style house fire.
No, he just wants to take. Essentially, he just wants to take like any kind of. You can get a frying pan, just some oil, and just literally just throw like any fries or anything, and just leave it there.
Just over fry them to the point it catches fire.
I mean, one of you does have psychic powers. Just saying.
Yeah, Ricky, use your psychic powers.
I'm not. He's like, that's weird. I'm not a psychopath.
All right, so you dig in the kitchen, you find some oil and some fries. The fries are in a giant freezer that is located.
He pulls them out like, look, Griglac, food, really good, yum food, delicious yum food.
Checking something. I have.
Griglac is not.
Did we get any XP for like? What's our total XP currently?
We'll do that after the game because I was going to give you guys a significant bump. I was going to give you guys a good bump because you guys have been doing really well and we're getting nearer the end of the campaign. So I'm because
I have to look up how I get a second divine focus because now I have to get pyromancy so I can burn this place down.
No, don't worry. We'll do that after this because there's going to be a little bit of a transition. So don't worry.
So he just goes, look, it'll be perfect. I put the thing in the fry thing and then I turn it on and then you use your super magic to burn the house down and we just go, they fucking were cooking something and it caught fire and they didn't know what it was and so they ended up shooting at each other and then the house caught fire. If somebody ever asks us, it's a perfect plan. We'll get away with it. Everyone will think.
Ricky, you have a cigarette, right?
Of course. He opens up his jacket and there's like a whole row of them. Which one do you want? You want filtered, non-filtered?
Just give me one lit.
Oh, smokes. Let's go. Yeah, here you go.
So I take it and I go put it on the TV stand over here. like on it to where it's just going to slowly burn.
All right.
And I'm going to go over to the. Is this a gas stove?
No.
Damn it! Well, there goes the idea.
Electrical still burn.
I'm just gonna. Is there a rug in here?
Yeah.
All right, just throw the cigarette on the floor.
Oops.
All right.
Near the pile of bodies.
So Mike has started what will be a grease fire, and Diggs has just thrown a cigarette into like an old dirty ass shag carpet. The shag carpet begins to smoke horribly, and you see dull flames in there, and you hear like the popping and crackling of old, sick, disgusting stains that are in that shag carpet starting to like melt and burn. And the smell that hits your nose smells something like the American Midwest.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
after that's after seeing him do that, I light up my own cigarette and I start smoking while the smoke's billowing out. And he just kind of blows it out. He's like, I like to smoke double because it gives you extra flavor when you have two smokes combining into one.
Yeah,
We used to do that over the trash can fires.
You're an innovator. So before long, you're...
My guys look at him like, how did it survive?
You realize this is the apex
he must
predator.
Be really strong.
This is the apex predator of his planet.
This is the survivor.
Yeah, this is the apex predator. This is the king of the ship.
Hand on his shoulder. I appreciate you, Ricky. You're a survivor.
The story at the end of the day, I'm the one who's going to talk us out of all the trouble.
All right, so
you're going to get us in so many houses trying to say you're the pizza man.
All right, so there is soon a grease fire as well. You guys are just sitting there, and you feel it would probably be good to leave now.
Oh yeah, we start heading towards the warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to the warehouse now. All right, how do I...
Did Uriah and the Krieger, they just leave on foot? They hoofed it?
Yeah, they hoofed it. Because they're running to go get reinforcements. So, as you walk into this warehouse, because the bay door is open, and you realize the warehouse actually has one of those big bays that's super wide that goes down into a lower level. And you see rows and rows and rows of racks full of supplies and forklifts. You hear people working in there, but you don't see any security. There's nobody standing in your way immediately. It just sounds like a working warehouse.
I would like to manifest sense presence and see if I can tell everyone inside the building and around.
All right. Go ahead and swing.
Let me see if I'll do 2 dice. I got exactly what I needed to sense presence, even though I rolled double ones. Oof.
All right.
But I do bloom.
All right, so you reach out with your inner eyes, and you float out of your own skull and start to view the life essences of everything around you. You detect well over a dozen people.
All right. No interesting auras like that weirdo?
Some seem slightly familiar, but you're not certain how.
Okay. The camera?
So you're standing, and
you know what, Ricky? These seem like your kinds of people. Let's head on in there.
But no, you find this. Yeah, you find this really nice warehouse, fairly modern, well kept. Seems like there's been a lot of truck traffic in and out of here. Trucks obviously backing up into the main bay.
Got the loader from Alien.
But yeah, because that's fucking cool. That actually does fit the universe. But you see, yeah, they're cool. So what is your next action, gentlemen? You're suggesting Ricky go and start this Metal Gear Solid adventure.
Oh, to sneak around? Do you know how sneaky Ricky is?
Is the answer the most?
His stealth is... Okay, the picture... Like, you have to understand, like, he stands out like a sore thumb wherever he is.
Yeah, but...
just a loud-looking person.
Right, but the thing that's brilliant about it is he does have that ability to pull off the Mission Impossible thing by being a social monster. You know, just by being able to verbal judo people.
That's what
my stealth is 17. I'm very pompous and showy. All of my clothes are made of materials people don't know the name of.
Okay, what is actually out here in this little parking lot area? Like anything laying on the ground? Like what do we see?
A few toolboxes, old tires, things of mechanical nature and detritus. A few garbage bins.
Okay, so there's no high-vis vest or
You do see an off. How do I ping? Can I? All right. So you see over here a really interesting office that looks like a security office. Oh, cool. That's the lighting thing. All right, got it. Yeah, you see a security office, and it looks like that's where you check in.
Yeah, he's gonna walk over and he's like, "Don't worry, boys, I'll handle this." Or is it? Did I go to the? Is it the window here?
Yeah, it's right there.
You pulled me through the window so I could see through it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So there's
like a little sliver.
Yeah. All right. So let's say that you walk.
Hey, look.
Hey, I got a key.
There's a hole in the door.
Doing it there, you little bitch.
Oh God. Yeah.
Along like that.
So let's just say it's like the hotline from Space Station 13. You've got a bulletproof glass window and a nice little thing. And the guy kind of looks up at you very boredly. He's kind of a broad guy. He's got obvious tattoos and muscles, and he is armed, and he is apparently security. He slides a check-in logbook there, and he says, "Sign."
Yeah, he looks down and he goes, "Is Frank in today?"
Roll for it. If you're gonna Ricky this, roll for it. Oh my God! 5 degrees of success. He's like,
he goes, I'm like, yeah. Is Frank in?
I'm just looking at like this, like,
look, I just need to go in real quick. I need to get his wallet. His mom is actually at the train station, and he's been waiting to meet her all week.
and he goes, "Oh yeah, man, Frank's a good guy. Cool."
I know he's been a solid guy, and I just want to make sure get him out. Look, I'll be in and out. I promise we won't touch anything. We won't mess with anything. Could you tell me where his locker is? I'll just go right there, and I'll be right back out.
He goes, "Yeah, no problem, man. Just go around back, and there's a locker room. Just keep going that way.
Okay.
Just go to the east, and then turn south, and then yeah."
You're a solid guy. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And he
Thank
signed
you,
Corey Treverson, and his.
All right. So you've managed to get your way into the
I
facility.
walk behind him. I'm gonna lean over. So, how do you know everybody?
And he just goes, "Look, these guys, they're bored, and you know they don't really like. You got this job, and he's saying this like as you're walking. They get this fucking job, and you know they just sit behind a desk, and they're really fucking stupid. You can basically say whatever. Like I've used to do this all the time. I come in as a pizza guy, or the guy to come in and fix your pipes or whatever. And that was kind of weird because one time I walked in as we're going down to the locker area. One time I walked in and there was like a lady who was like meeting me there, and she was just like, "Oh, how am I ever going to pay for this?" And I was like, in dope or money, obviously." And then she started taking her clothes off, and it was like really weird. And I was like, "This is a little too much." But she turned out she actually.
I understand what she was trying to pay with.
Yeah, and he goes, "Yeah, but she actually had some pretty solid dope, so it all ended up working out."
So you guys are just casually walking past the guard.
Yeah, we're just openly talking, not even being stealthy about this.
Yeah.
All right. So you see the locker area. As you guys kind of walk into space, and you can arrange yourselves however you want in this locker and storage area. And you see two guys in this locker area who are tearing shit out of lockers, and they are throwing it into a dumpster, and they look somehow familiar to you.
I'll let Diggs take a look at that.
Excuse me.
No, I was gonna say, look at me if you want to go talk to him. You actually have a pretty high fellowship too, don't you?
Yeah, my fellowship's high, but I have no skills. Everything's untrained.
Okay. Oh, you're fine. It's whatever. It's all fun.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can we get the locker room for a little bit? I'm looking for locker number, whatever it says on the key.
They both pause and look at you, and one of them goes,
"What's the number on the key?"
237.
Number 237.
Perception check.
Damn.
Not today.
Here's Griglac.
Yeah, Griglac might need to do a perception check as well. It would behoove all of you to do one.
Okay. Not my highest skill, but there you go. Or is it awareness? No, I'm looking at something specific, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. He's not
all right,
aware.
Griglac, scrutinize these motherfuckers. Please, Griglac.
Just clicking random things now.
No, don't click random things.
I'm really good at scrutinize. I'll scrutinize them. I mean, I was stuck looking at the key because I'm like, this is a pretty weird key.
Like, yeah, because perception's my weakest thing.
No, I meant use scrutiny. You're applying it to these guys in specific. Sorry, that's a my bad.
Okay. Fuck! You know what? I'm using my first fate point.
It's clobbering time.
Yeah.
There. Fucking. What do I see?
You recognize while you're saying like, hey, how's it going? Key number 237. You look up and realize that they are pulling shit out of lockers 5 numbers ahead of 237 and 5 numbers after 237. It seems this whole bank is somehow interconnected. However, since you succeeded so broadly on your reroll, let me put it this way. When you look at the man who seems to be in charge of throwing shit in there, you recognize him from the photo in the hallway. That is the sergeant leader of Alpha Shift. The guys who never do anything and can't seem to ever get in trouble.
What are you guys up to? We're Delta.
They just kind of seem like really nervous. Like they're like looking at you and they're like,
yeah, and then Ricky just
relax, same team. Yeah. You need help? We got hands. This guy, he can check 5 lockers at once.
Yeah, Ricky just goes, look, you're doing your thing. We're just going to do our thing real quick, and we're fucking out.
They're like...
We've got dope to do. We've got money to make, and you got to do whatever weird shit you're doing, right?
They're like... They ask, do you work with a lady?
Yeah, we work with a lady. We work with a lot of ladies. Like, you got to be more specific than the lady.
No, they're like, no, the lady, the program.
Looks over
Do I know anything about programs?
And he goes like, the program.
You guys have no idea what they're talking about.
No, he just goes, yeah, we're with the program. Of course we are. Why else?
I'm a really good liar. So
all right.
How do I get? He's like, first of all, how do I get into this building if I wasn't in the program?
I'm actually a pretty decent liar.
We are of the body.
We are.
That's what Meta's Guardian just said.
This is the lady. This is the body. This is the feet. Where's the feet? That's why we're Delta.
Yeah, he just goes, yeah, we're part of the program.
All right, deceive
check. Are
check.
You part of the program? What's your name?
Deceive check.
I'm going to get my charge button ready.
Charge button ready.
1 point over. 1 point over.
You might want to use a fate point.
Ricky, deceive the shit out of him.
Gonna try.
All right, I got one. I got 2 more. You roll again and
just roll again and remove a fate point.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
All right. So you
the lady.
Okay, I'll let you roll.
Sorry, we don't address her the same way.
Yeah,
the same way.
You managed to convince them, and they seem like they're not going to reach for their guns. And they're like, "Well, we were told to take all the papers and burn them because they're going to come down here and find them. The warehouse money ran out, so they're gonna find all the paper, and the lady won't have that. So we got to take all this shit and burn it. It can't be found."
That's right.
He's like, yeah.
We just actually got done burning an apartment complex for the same reason.
And he's like, whoa.
I just need to find... I know, we burn a lot of shit. You know what? Leave the burning to us.
He's like...
And I'm like, he burned the fuck out of that apartment. Like, I smoke a lot. And he opens up his jacket showing his cigarettes.
What are you buying?
Yeah.
What are you buying?
What are you selling? He opens it. He's like, I smoke a lot. But the way he burned that apartment, I was just like, it was a new kind of smoke. He was just like, it was like, every bit of dope and whatever was just in the floorboards. It was all euphoric, man. You got to see this guy in action.
Yeah, and he goes, they're like, man, if you want to take over, like, what do we say? We'll get in trouble.
No. Tell him that the laddie sent you.
Look, we got to make a call after this anyway, so we'll just let her know.
Yeah, we'll call her.
What's your names so we can make sure we tell her?
They give you their... I never rolled names for these guys, so they give you their badge name and everything else. And they're like, okay, cool. We'll see you out there. Hey, you guys are doing good work. The captain says you're good eggs except for that one.
Right. Which one are they talking about?
They're like, they describe the weird one. They the weird one.
Oh.
There's too many of us. I'm lost.
And they leave.
I know what you mean. He writes a lot of word papers. I get what you mean.
It's probably Uriah. Yeah, probably.
It was Uriah.
That's weird. We should call them that, urethra. Anyways, I go over to the locker. Like, is the locker that they were going through already got dumped, right?
Yeah, they're all dumped into this big dumpster, and it's just ass loads and ass loads and ass loads of paperwork and boxes that they were dumping out.
He's like, man, if only that Yuri guy can be here, he can read all this.
I mean, I can read. I just don't like paperwork.
Yeah, but he reads better than us.
You're probably right. There's just piles of paper. There's no way we can discern it by vision. We don't even know.
You could try to hand pick a few important looking documents and try to figure out.
Now, the only thing in these lockers are just documents, just so we're clear.
They are documents, yes.
Nothing else in these lockers it's just paper.
It's all paper, but you've still not opened yours.
I'm going to attempt a dowsing on the locker and see if I can get a read off which papers were in this locker.
All right. That could be cool. I'm down.
It allows you to do, like, get a feeling or sense based on how many successes you have. So I'm gonna do 3 dice.
Okay.
I'm going to take a round to use my vocation. Let's see if I can actually get a little bit of a bonus on this. It's pretty much a willpower check, so let me just roll willpower. Sweet. So I have double willpower towards this roll.
Oh, man.
Really? 2 10s? Wow!
Yeah.
32 psychic burn.
Yeah, so you don't half-ass this. You like, the lights are dimming and everyone hears like a roaring ocean in their head, like breaking against rocks. It's like deafening, and you see like the room expand like an FOV slider as Diggs
you all start seeing when you guys were all born.
You see simultaneously, like the end of 2001, yourself being born, grow old, and die. It just keeps flashing, and then Diggs plunges his hand in the pile of paperwork and pulls out a briefcase and goes, this one.
All right. We can go now. We should do what we said. Ricky, I give you the honor of burning this pile if you'd like. Is it smart to actually help them? Because then it'd cover us up a little bit, right?
I can't say.
All right.
Well, Ricky just goes like, what if we take like a bunch of these papers and then we just give some of it to Uriah and then we just burn the rest?
That's a good idea. Let's get all the papers. We'll finish the job, but we won't burn it. We'll say we're bringing it to the house to add some to the kindling that we burned before. And see if we can leave with paper.
Well, it's a lot of paper.
Paper's rare.
You're right.
So are you going to try to walk out with all the paperwork?
I was just going to grab a couple and stick it in my jacket and then let Kaneda figure out how to do it later.
All right. And you have the briefcase.
If he I'm sure he could find like little clues, and he's like, if I had all of it, I could figure it all out. But it's like, he'll figure it out regardless. We don't need much.
Perception check, Diggs.
Wow, I'm blind. Oh, my eyes.
Never mind. Nothing.
Oh, God. I think I got a paper cut.
Is there anything I could be aware of with my awareness?
You can try.
Oh, if it's awareness, I do have awareness. But I did roll a 99, so it does not matter.
Yeah, that does not matter. That is irrevocable.
Nope. I just as unaware of whatever the hell was going on.
Yeah. All right. So how much paper are you going to try to take?
I'm just going to take like a small handful and just stick them in my jacket pocket. And
this briefcase locked?
Yes.
All right, not going to mess with it.
Yeah, we'll work on that later. But yeah, I'm just going to take a handful and just stick it in there and just burn the rest.
I was going to throw extra paperwork in there for fun.
You're like, take that ticket book.
I have long like trench coat on, so I just kind of like, it's not concealed because of the briefcase, but I have it underneath the trench coat connected to my belt, so my hands are free.
Okay, that makes sense. Kind of like one of those.
It's very obvious that there's a briefcase there.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just going to burn the rest?
I mean, Ricky can take what he feels is a nice amount of paper for Uriah, because he'll think it's a gift. I'm
taking a handful and putting it in my coat, and then that's it. And then I was just going to burn the rest, because I'm assuming he can figure out like whatever this stuff's supposed to be for. But if he doesn't, then it's fine. At this point, like we got the briefcase. That's gotta have something nice in it.
All right.
Do we feel that we should have emptied the rest of the lockers and started burning because it was their job?
No, or, you don't. You don't have. They didn't communicate that. They seem very eager to get out of here.
Okay, we'll head out then.
All right.
Do your thing with the fire.
Yes.
Yeah, he just takes a long drag and he just flicks it into that pile.
All right. And I suppose you're just going to slowly head back to the station then.
Slowly is not the way we're gonna briskly walk out of this building.
And we're gonna be like, yeah, Frank's waiting. Frank is waiting for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We had just started a fire inside of a building, and it's not like I'm assuming at this point it hasn't totally started to burn up yet. But I don't want the fire alarm or the sprinklers to kick on while we're in here, because then we will definitely be in trouble. So, knowing this, we're going to leave.
All right, one moment.
Ricky's allergic to water.
Yeah, well, I haven't.
He's never seen pure water in his life.
No.
He's like, you like offer him a glass of
a dirt bath. It's basically the same thing. I mean, you just put a little dirt on your skin and you just like brush off all the other dirt, so you can't get dirtier. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
I was guessing that like if someone gave you like a glass of pure water, you'd be like, what is this? There's nothing in it.
It's just liquid glass.
I want to chew my water.
You just would assume it's like vodka or something.
Vodka's really smooth.
Hey, Ricky, do you have to check in with the security before we leave?
Yeah, I'm going to sign out as Corey Treverson.
All right.
And I'm going to basically tell the guy, I'm like, oh yeah, there were two guys back there and they were smoking. Corey, not Corey Treverson. He's just going to write the name Corey Treverson down.
Right.
We're back there smoking, and we started to see small billows of smoke come out.
He goes, oh, okay, I guess I'll...
Over in the locker room.
Oh, yeah, I'll go check that out. I mean, people can smoke in there. That's fine. There was way more... Like, that didn't look like cigarette smoke. Oh.
The two guys that walked out before us, yeah, those guys. It's like they, like, flicked a cigarette, and I told them not to do it, but they basically didn't listen. Like, we're just like, hey, that might cause a fire. And so the next thing you know, it starts getting really smoky in there. And those guys are the ones that did it. And we were trying to tell them to stop, but they just kept walking out the door.
All right. Give me one more deception check. Just if this goes smoothly, this is scary. Oh, my fuck. All right.
Quinn legitimately goes...
Yeah, just like slowly walks back and is like, whatever.
That is like the weakest thing. He's just like, yeah, basically, I'm trying to be a,
I didn't start a fire, even though a fire started after I arrived here. It was those other two guys that I don't know. Anyways, bye.
I'm trying to be like an uptight citizen here and try to do the right thing,
Oh, all right. So he goes, yeah, all right, I'll get over there. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good people.
And we walk.
You walk back to the station, carrying your briefcase and handful of papers. It starts to rain, and you start to see the sun start to slowly come up. And you get this strange feeling that
I get a lot of those.
You have just been involved in something way above your pay grade.
Most things I do are above my pay grade.
But they don't know we were involved.
But whatever role you play, we will have to see next time. Because holy shit. No, I'm saying holy shit. This was supposed to be a gunfight. This whole thing was supposed to be a huge gunfight that I had carefully set up with guys in back rooms and weapons and all these other things.
These guys, I'm like, this guy looks like he's about to fuck us up.
Yeah, there was
this guy down here is gonna run up and
there was an armory in one of those rooms, and they were gonna go in there and get automatic shotguns, and then there was like both of the Magistratum Mundanus dudes were pretty heavily armed, even though they didn't have armor on. They had like fully automatic like pocket guns. They were going to come up with like Glock 18s and shit. And I planned this whole huge fucking gunfight, and you guys just like bumble in and bumble out and be like, aha.
It's weird when we have no Krieger to start pulling the start fighting.
Like we hide behind Griglek, but Griglek not like bullet.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. That is the thing that's interesting, is that like if the Krieger were here, he would be like, I demand to see the commandant in charge, you would
drive the car into the factory and knock over everything inside.
Yeah, and I had designed that there was like one local gang of union guys, kind of like a nod to Disco Elysium. Like the dock workers union security guys. Oh. So that was like a nod to Disco Elysium. I had those guys as the security for this place. So those guys were going to come out and fucking fight you. But there was another union inside for security, and they hated those guys. So there was going to be a chance where you could have like an armed standoff with like two groups of like dock workers.
Where Ricky's going, it's like, man, those guys are with my buddy Frank.
That's what I wanted to do is like give you guys a chance to like have a huge chaotic fight and feed that. And then Mike's just like, hey, cool. And I'm like, God.
Yeah. I have such a high deceit rate because he's just he is who he is.
It just goes
smart.
Well, since you guys aren't wearing your full armor and kit, I mean, that gunfight would have been insanely lethal, and you guys just managed to like side slip a really cool gunfight, but you did it in kind of a cool way. Like, no, I'm just gonna bumble in there and bumble out. You know, I'm gonna do like an Ocean's 11 style walk in, and it just worked. And I'm like, why?
Yeah. Well, you helped me build this character. So
I know.
Partially on you.
2 points to see less than you because my guy's a professional liar.
Yeah.
But holy crap, Ricky has never spoken a true word in his life.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is I see that like it's two strata of liars. Like Ricky's character is the I got friends in low places liar, like dock workers, garbage men, mechanics, gunsmiths, you know, jewelers, everyone who works with their hands and, you know, digs ditches for a living. Ricky can instantly like communicate with them and the druggies and everything else and just connect. Whereas like Diggs has the ability to like schmooze and con rich people and powerful people and manipulate them. And it's that kind of deception because Diggs's character's deception is based on social deception from like high class society.
I'm in a situation where it's like, well, you can't reveal your cards, but you have to make sure they know who you are.
Right.
And then you're like, anyone need some smokes? I got someone I need to get killed.
Yeah. And so they're two, you guys are both masters of it, but I see it's like different arenas because like one's like the high class mobster guy and the other's the low end ganger guy. And they both have their own kind of aquarium they swim in. So you guys managed to sidestep what I was thinking was going to be like a 2-hour gunfight, and it's just like
Yeah, I just imagine Quintus just asking him like, how do you do that? And he just goes, look, man, it's really simple. Good and evil is just a social construct. And I think that's if you apply that to your life, it's always the truth.
I hate it. I hate that it works that way, but it does. Stopping recording.
Thanks for supporting. This has no ads. We will not be selling you things along the way. We own no rights to any of this. Downvote if you want. You can't stop us. You can kill me. I will not die. Not now. Not ever. No, never. I'm gonna live a long, long time. My soul raves on forever. The time has come. We will not wait. We storm the gates at dawn. Busted out of here into the world. Sing our victory song. You can't kill me. I will not die. Not now. Not ever. No, never. I'm gonna live a long, long time. My soul raves on forever. I stand alone out on the road. I know my flesh will rot, but the renegade and the crazy free will never forget. You can't kill me. I will not die. Not now. Not ever. No, never. I'm goes on forever. Sure hope those in clipping, cause I'm not doing another take of this. You know, there's people out there who want to shut us down for doing stuff like this. Using their IP the way it was meant to be used. For fun. Yeah, that's right. Games Workshop wants to monopolize fan projects. Fuck Games Workshop, man. And if you think we're being hypocrites for using Games Workshop stuff to shit on Games Workshop, remember, they didn't even write Dark Heresy. That was Fantasy Flight Games. You can shoot my body full of holes, demonetize my shit, mute it, but you can't kill the spirit of tabletop gaming.